Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your August 2018 mid-month general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and thank you to all of my clients out there for keeping me so busy with one-on-one readings, regardless of where I'm at in the world. I do travel off and on. I'm back in Poland right now, and I just got back from taking a 10-day tour through Turkey. Beautiful place, extraordinary places. I toured Ephesus and met the most wonderful people there. But in August, it is, oh my God, hot there. I mean, it's hot and muggy here in Poland too. It is nothing compared to Turkey. Turkey was like, oh my God, hot. But beautiful, beautiful place. Yeah, I'm starting to think about that Northern California weather right now. But back in beautiful Poland. I love Poland. Okay, so thank you for everyone joining us here today. And as you know, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can get all the information, my contact details, by going to my YouTube channel's homepage and clicking on the little About button, or you can click on the description bar of all the videos I post. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I can usually get back to you within the same day or the first 24 hours of contact. And scheduling can be anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks or so, but almost always within a couple of weeks we can set up a reading for you. Love and romance, reconciliation, compatibility, career, work and finance, investment, 6 and 12-month overviews to take a look at what's coming in your life, channeled messages from past on loved ones, and gift readings as well. Okay, this reading is for Sagittarius, the fire sign of Sagittarius for August 2018 mid-month. We're looking at the last 2 weeks. Watch your rising and your moon sign videos as well if you know them for additional clarification. General readings can always resonate a little differently for everybody watching, although the energy and advice always remains the same. Okay, Sagittarius, we begin with the 8 of Pentacles followed by the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Magician followed by the 10 of Cups, and from the bottom of the deck, overall energy, focus, and guidance for the last 2 weeks of August is the 9 of Wands. So it's push through time. Because your crowning card from the bottom of the deck, representing the overall focused energy and advice for the remainder of August, is the Knight of Wands. Fire energy governs this suit. In the tarot, that's the energy of creation. It's usually assertive energy, fiery, enthusiastic, passionate, change, movement, action, power, creative, artistic energy, careers. It's about building something that will continue to play out and manifest into the future. It's very forward-moving energy. The Knight of Wands represents that maybe around the second week or so of August, the middle of the month, for a lot of you Sagittarians, you may be feeling frustrated, defeated even. But you are so close to where you need to be, to where you want to be, to completion and fulfillment. And the tarot tends to represent cycles ending, the end of a cycle, something coming to an end or coming to an achievement, a fulfillment, a culmination point. You can see this soldier. He's been through a number of battles, and he's tired. He wants to be done. He wants to go home, take his armor off, have a bowl of stew, put his feet up, smoke a pipe, etc. He wants to be done. He's tired. He's fought a lot of battles already. Now, this grouping of 8 wands behind him represents, he thought he was almost done, almost ready to be done, or almost ready to complete something, and he's run into this obstacle, this unexpected, maybe last-minute hurdle, delay, obstacle, challenge, and he's frustrated. He's withdrawn a little bit. He's sunk down to his knee. Why is this happening? How can I get through this? How can I problem solve this? Can I problem solve this? How can I get around this? Maybe feeling a bit discouraged, depressed. You weren't expecting this delay or challenge or something, and you may be feeling tired and worn out. I call this the 11th hour card, the push through card. It's darkest before dawn card. The 9 of Wands shows up when you feel like, oh my gosh, I just can't deal with one more thing. I can't get through this last thing. I just want to be over whatever this is or have it to be done. And it feels like it's never is, but you are so close. You're at the 9, you're almost there. And the advice which accompanies the 9 of Wands, always Sagittarius, is push through. It's right around the corner. And the reason you can't see it is because it's right around the corner. You can't see it, but it's right there. It's very close. So for those of you feeling tired, worn out, discouraged, hopeless, Like maybe those of you who've run into a hurdle, an obstacle, a delay of some kind, and something that you're working on, something to do with maybe work or maybe with your home. Try not to feed into that negative attention. I feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with something. It represents a delay, but it's just a short delay. So be careful not to let your something just popped up on my other screen. Let me get rid of that. Be sure not to let your emotions get the better of you with the Nine of Wands, because it can represent, okay, I'm almost done, and all of a sudden something comes up. Okay. Oh my gosh, is this ever going to be done? And the energy, the emotion of the Nine of Wands can kind of lead us to go, it'll never happen. I'll never get done. I'll never make this happen, or, that kind of energy. But don't feed into that. You're almost there. You're at the 9. You're almost at this completion, fulfillment, ending point. So that's the overall energy and guidance for the last 2 weeks of August. So around the second week, middle of the month or so, we have the 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So Pentacles is earth energy. In the tarot, this is tangible, practical energy because it's earth energy. And it usually manifests in the area of our life that deals with such concrete, earthly, practical things. Money, finance, property, real estate, assets, job, etc. In emotional areas of our life and relationships, it can represent as, tangible things which may affect that, tangible results of the efforts we put into things. The 8 of Pentacles I call the worker bee card because it is about work. Maybe some of you have been working a lot. It can represent getting up early, staying up late, working a lot of overtime, working repetitively. Because why? Because you're building up a foundation for something. Remember, 10s are completion, so 8 represents being close to the end as well. Paying just as much attention to what's in front of you as you have for the things that are already behind you. That's how you build up a good, solid, stable foundation for yourself. But it's the work card. It's the artisanship card. It's the card of building something. Perhaps some of you have been working on something for a long time, and it could be actually like a project at work. It could be something that, and by work, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be in a conventional job that you clock in and out of. For those of you who own your own business or work from home, or the home is your work, for those of you who are homemakers. When I say work, I mean the bulk of what you put your energy and effort into on a day-to-day basis that supports your day-to-day life, something that you're putting your energy into. So there's a lot of energy going into this. Now, it's clarified and accompanied by the Knight of Pentacles. Now, Knights often represent offers or opportunities coming in, because Knights are the deliverers, the bringers of the tarot. They were often sent off on missions and quests to achieve results and bring those results back. They also can represent the speed at which situations move, usually fairly fast-moving situations, all 4 of the Knights, because Knights were known for being spontaneous and impulsive. Charged, on missions and quests, and rather focused and sometimes fanatical. So all of the Knights represent fairly fast-moving energy. However, out of all 4 of the Knights, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of them because he's governed by the element of earth. Solid, steady, reliable energy. He would be the tortoise that wins the race versus, the Knight of Wands, who's the fastest, and the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles may move slower, so it may be a slower moving situation, but it's solid, steady progress. The Knight of Pentacles will see it done from beginning to end, regardless of how long it takes, step by steady step. So it looks like, again, I get this feeling of a delay. Something has cropped up that represents or is causing a delay in something that you've been investing a lot of time, energy, work, effort, etc. into. But I feel like it's such a short delay. I don't feel like it's going to last very long. Again, whatever this is, and it's going to be different things. It could be a work project at work for some of you, something in the rest of your life that you're putting your energy into, something you've been working into. You may just be feeling tired and discouraged. It may be going slower than you think. I feel like something's cropped up, and it represents a delay, but I really feel like it's a very short delay. You're going to get there. Some of you, this combination of energy, the Knight of Pentacles represents something, often an offer or opportunity being brought. So this is a Knight of Pentacles. That means it's tangible, it's practical, offer or opportunity. The Knight of Pentacles can sometimes come up for a job offer or opportunity. An offer or opportunity for something that's practical, tangible, concrete. It looks to have a lot of good potential, particularly if this is job or money or investment. There's a lot of beautiful, lush, abundant colors in here, green and gold. It may represent a lot of work. Some of you may be getting a job offer or opportunity. Some of you may be getting help on a certain project or something that you've been working on. Some of you may be extending this offer, but I think for a lot of you, there's an offer or opportunity coming in around this work. For some, a smaller portion of you, whatever this is coming in may require a little bit of for you to extend your timeline out a little bit. In a general reading, the details and specifics are always going to vary, but the energy fundamentally remains the same. It feels like maybe something got bogged down or something was added in the last part of something which has extended something, which has delayed something. And there's this feeling, kind of an overall feeling of, frustration and maybe impatience. Oh my gosh, I've been working so hard at this, doing the same thing. When is this going to end? When am I going to get to completion? I'm doing it steady. I'm paying attention to details. But don't let that get the better of you. It's just a flash in the pan kind of energy. You're almost there. And that's validated by the next two cards. At or towards the end of August 2018, we have the Magician and the Ten of Cups. I love this energy. Sagittarius, it's beautiful. It's kind of like right when you think it's never going to end or it's never going to get to where you need it to be, it does. Because of your hard work, because of your energy, because of, if it includes other people, because of how hard everybody's worked and how steadily everybody has worked, and you have worked as well. The Magician represents a powerful person. I often think of the Magician as the entrepreneur of the tarot. He's an independent sort of person. He likes to kind of go his own way. In fact, if the Magician has a challenge, it is sometimes in working with other people, because he's independent. He's walked his own path for a long time. He has his own way of doing things. That's what's worked for him. That's what's gotten him to this place where he has now mastered everything and can manifest whatever he wants. He has the ability now, after a lot of hard work and effort, he has the tools, the skills, the knowledge, the ability, the wisdom, the knowledge to manifest whatever he wants, to take his determination, will, perseverance, and experience and manifest it in an outward way, in an external way, to create and build something externally, whatever he wants, because he's put so much effort into getting where he is in life. He sometimes has a hard time compromising, negotiating, working with other people, because the way he's done it, and the way he's always done it, has worked for him, so why should he change? So that is sometimes a Magician's challenge. I'm sure some of you out there can relate to that. Me, not at all. Just kidding, I can too sometimes. So being very powerful. But the point is, because I feel like this is important to somebody out there, the Magician is where he's at. He's a magician. He's juggling, you can see the primary element from each of the four suits in the tarot: the cup, the wand, the sword, the pentacle, representing that he has mastered these elements, mastered this energy. He is now the Magician. He can create whatever he wants. But the reason he's at this place in his life and his craft is because of all the work and effort that he put into it. All of the successes, the triumphs, the failures, the defeats, trial and error, learning. Everything that he put into it, that Eight of Pentacles, that Knight of Pentacles, everything that went into that is why he is now the Magician, able to be powerful, independent, create and build whatever he wants to manifest what he wants. If he says, I want to do this with my life, or I want to make this goal, he can do it. He can manifest that. He knows he can because of all the experience he has and all the work he's put into it. Now it's clarified by the Ten of Cups. So here we have completion. Tens represent cycles ending, something being fulfilled, culminating, achievement. Cups in the tarot is water energy, mercurial fluid energy, which represents in the tarot, this is emotions, feelings, relationships, mercurial, fluid, flowing emotions. Wonderful, terrible, not always to be relied upon. Try never to make major life decisions based on the emotion of the moment, because they're so fluid. You can't build on water. So the Ten of Cups, all of the 10 goblets are upright and full. represents being at a place where you feel things have finally come together, particularly in an emotional place. And home and harmony too, because there's a strong energy connection to home and family with this. The Ten of Cups, it can represent marriage, childbirth, family home, family property, the house itself. It's often called the happily ever after card, the happy home card. Tens can represent a sense of stability, security, harmony, continuity. This is being at a place where you feel particularly in connection to whatever your home and family is, your emotional landscape, that things have finally come together. You're feeling like everything that you put into whatever it is you've been putting yourself into, whether it's just work or a career path or something more specific, it has paid off. And all of those struggles and all of those frustrations was worth it. At the end of the month, you're feeling powerful, independent, in charge of yourself, and able to create, build, and manifest whatever you want in your life, particularly in regards to home and family and your emotional environment, your sense of fulfillment and completion. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So this is only for a second, Sagittarius. Don't get too hung up on that around the first half of the month and the middle of the month. If it's a delay, it's not really very long, and everything will be okay. Push through. So Sagittarius, that pretty much wraps up your August 2018 mid-month general readings. I hope you enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful in some way. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal one-on-one reading with me, live or recorded, I can usually get those out in a pretty timely fashion. You can get more information and my contact details by going to my YouTube channel's homepage, clicking on that little About button, or clicking on the description bar of all the videos I post. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you and set up a reading as quickly as possible. And you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy for quick answers to quick questions. That link is also provided. I will see you all again, Sagittarius, in a couple of weeks for the September 2018 general readings. Until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.